So today I'm up at Cleland House, just walking around the back section here. Just going to cross over this wasteland and head down just between the gap there in the grounds. Can't fault the sunrise over this way. But really, this little start section here, I've just parked up at the rugby club. Just cross over this waste. Oops. The terrain down here is quite tricky. A lot of high drops, cliff faces, very muddy banks. Even what I'm walking on just now is soaking wet. Brought the old trusty stick with me, a nice wee bit of hazel. There you can see just the swampy marsh. As we get down, it's a very cold area. And see all these big rocks and things that have been dumped here. Huge boulders. We get a little burn next to us there that runs down to the calder. We're going to walk along here. I'll see what's there. A little bone. It's a very old site, Cleland. I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of information about it, but I'm quite interested in the trees and stuff that are down here. There's a walled garden that we'll be taking a wee walk to. As you come in, you come down through the wasteland, take a left and just follow the burn. It's to the right, and on the in the side of the forest here, you'll see the ruin of the first cottage. Sits in here. So wee doorway here, and just a little, very tiny cottage. There's room number 2. John remembers this being one of the gatekeepers, or the gamekeeper's house or something, or the caretaker of the estate. And round here we've got this lovely apple tree, which to me must have a hell of a lot of fruit on it. You can just see the amount of apples, you see where the birds and the bees have got to them. Plenty on the floor there that could be washed up and eaten no problem. And just beside that first cottage, walking up to the next little bit through the bushes, I can see this other wall from back there. So you've got this little bed here, some flowers growing inside. I wonder if this was a wee allotment or something. Whoops. So it nearly just had an accident on that fence there. Barbed wire in the back of the legs. Love it. And there's the second ruin. It's another. But this is all modern brick. You get the older stone on the back here. look down this way. And one of the things I'm often looking for when I'm out is things that don't really suit the environment. So I'm told quite a lot in the military that straight lines don't appear in nature. Often that's one of the first things you kind of notice, this kind of perfectly straight line of trees, this avenue leading from the cottages. So things that are just a little out of place in the environment. It's a curious thing. They used to always say straight lines don't appear in nature, but in your combats, in your combats you get two perfect straight creases down the middle of the camouflage. I always thought that was a good double standard. But anyway, let's not dwell on it. So we're going to follow the avenue. I can't get that shotgun song out of my head. My daughter listens to it constantly in the car. So I'll switch off just now and we'll come back on when I reach the next wee spot. So as I come along here, you'll notice that you get this perfectly straight. So we're standing on top of the wall. We're upside down now, but we're on top of the wall. There's the calder. Just through the trees, just here, this sandy coloured thing just at the end of the stick is the cliff face. We're going to double back and head back into the, I'm in two minds about this wee section. I don't know if this is a walled garden or if that wall down there was a retaining wall of sorts, because it certainly looks that way because it's all filled in, and it could just be because of that drop on the other side. On the old maps it certainly looked like a retaining wall. Sorry, a walled garden. It's got paths and stuff running through. So have a wee wander around it. There is a we'll have a wee wander, have a look at the trees. Got particular interest in a few things that I've been asked to locate or find. And this could be the site of the second well. There is a well on the map in the middle of the gardens. And as we go up here through these little trees, you can see a clear example of So we come through here, and then we have the stairs straight down into the well. Now that is deep. You can put the stick in. I'll lose that stick, and that's about a metre and a half. Definitely lose that. These plants, these ferns in the corner, they grow around the same wells down at Wisher House as well. And you can see where the wee inlet just is, that wee square. So all the water will be draining down and into the well through that. It doesn't go above that level. As far as I'm aware, I've been told that DL High School came down and dug that well out the ground, maybe in the 70s, maybe early 80s. So that must have been a good little project for the schools to get involved with. And we'll come down. And we'll walk along the edge of this wall. So the wall's sitting up to about my shoulder height, a wee bit higher at places. I'll just try and get a wide view of it. We'll just spar across so you can see that wall that runs all the way. Now again, just looking for things that are kind of out of the ordinary. And again, this is one of them. So you can come down here, you can just see this path that runs down the side. That'll take you down to the water. But I'm just going to go this way for the now. Go the opposite direction. I'm going to follow the bank of the Calder now. So it's always good to have a reference point, especially in the area that you've not really explored much, which I can safely say I've not explored this area very in depth. So my reference point right now to get back to the walled gardens is basically the stream. So again, we've got another path at the bottom here, and I'm currently on top of that little mound. And as we go along here, we come to another, I'm willing to say, another strange kind of setup. So if I remember right, this is the Cleland Burn. I'm walking this way. So we've got this square, so you've got a wall here, got a wall, you still see the brickwork in here. It comes up here and it takes a perfect right angle. I say perfect right angle, but it takes a right angle. It's as perfect as you're going to get. Definitely not something you would see naturally occurring in nature. Standing on top of that right angle, you can see Cleland Burn, see the cliff faces on the other side, and at the back section here there's another wall. As we go round and down, so there's still some well walked paths up here, so people do come down here and have a wander around, which is always nice to see. And as we come down here, this is on Roy's map of 1750, just at the junction of Cleland Burn here. This is where the site of the old mill sits. It's not there on any other map other than Roy's in 1750. But again, you see some large bricks of some sort there coming down here. The remains of some sort of wall running down. And this is where the mill is said to have sat. Now in here, there is a little bit in here that's got, that might be buried to date. There's a slab in here with a hole in it, maybe about 6-inch diameter, and it's just a perfectly round hole in a slab of concrete. Now you can have a wander over. You've got the field of BOC just at the back of you here. You can wander over there. I won't go over there today. I'm on my own. I know the ground's quite tricky, so I'm not going to take any big risks today, because this isn't really the place that I want to get lost. The water's quite high up. I don't want to really be getting stuck down here, so it's just a nice wee walk for an hour or two. This is something that somebody might be able to fill me in on. You can see the water running out of the concrete pipes over here. Ravenscraig sits just behind it. So if anyone's got any information on what these are, then yeah, batter on into the comments. I know James Sahara, he's done work down here many years. I'm sure he'll have some information about what they are. So it'll be good to hear that. And you're just looking over at the cliffs here. It's I think this area is very magical, just very kind of mystical thing about it. It's a good sight. I'm going to walk back up and I'm going to try and get across the old path that should take me into the actual cliff faces. I'm going to put the camera away just now though, because I need to climb up this hill and it's a wee bit slippy. So I'm at the back, at the top, and as again we can walk along, keeping that river to our side here. I'm going to walk along the edge wall here. There is something worth noting on this wall up here, and that's the little frequent holes that you get grown out, and I've seen these in Châtellerault, and I don't know if this is a similar setup down this way, but all the way along this wall are these little holes. I know the one in Châtellerault, they have little plants growing out them, herbs and stuff, and plants they can use for medicinal purpose, and they grow out, maybe just to keep them handy, and they know where each one is. Keeps them away from a lot of insects and things as well, like just a wee bit extra shelter. I don't know. Another thing I'm going to do, another wee precaution I take when I'm out and about. So today I'm out mowing. So my brother's, I've let my brother know where I am, and on WhatsApp you can share live location. So if I click that button, I can share it for the next hour. I can hit the send button, and my brother will be notified where I am. Should anything go wrong. So you can set a time, you can share the location for 15 minutes, 1 hour, 8 hours. So I've shared it for an hour because I don't intend to be out longer than that. And I'll just update them every 20 minutes or so of whether or not things are alright or whether or not they're not. And at least that way the GPS is recording where I am. So as I come down here, look at this nice this is going to be quite difficult to see, but it's not often you get just over there. You can just about see the scar over the water, and then maybe a 40-foot drop waterfall straight into the collar there. It's not something you see along the banks of this river very often. I'm going to try and zoom in, but the clarity goes a bit blurry. That is atrocious quality. Wonderful. Some of the wee places down here are absolutely brilliant. So this is where Ravenscraig gets its name from. I'm assuming a lot of ravens nest in the crags here. So Ravens Craig, you can see the connection. Let's see if I can get down here. See if I can get this waterfall a wee bit clearer. So there's a lot of the deer are struggling to get up this. So here we are, you can just see the sheer size of these cliffs and why I'm not taking any chances today. As we come over here, you can just about see that waterfall across there. Cutting right through the rock. So I feel like I'm quite confident out in the forest and out here, but there's still you still need to be sensible about it. I mean, with the right people and the right experience, I've had it before with climbers out here and mountaineers. And that's part of the thrill of it as well, to view some of these sites and actually setting up abseil rigs and things like that, just to go down and have a look at things. Even on days like today, I would set up a minute rope system just to get down some of these slopes if I feel that it's too dangerous. You just need to be a bit more sensible. Go under here. Whoops. Righty-ho. So now on, still on the edge of the wall here. I'm unsure where it goes when I get down this section. Don't think I can go anywhere really. I think the wall just runs off. Yep, so that wall runs off. I'm pretty sure you can get down there, walk along, and you just see this sheer drop here. I'm going to try and get up this bit here. Ah, yeah. You can see why there's not many chances being took today. All of these big chunky trees. Another little spring over there, just at the side, just there. I like to get another wee camera, see one that I can just put on my body and wear. I don't know how good it would be because I do a lot of climbing around and floating about, you know. Not literal floating, although that would be pretty awesome. So a lot of these trees, I mean, look, they're all falling in one direction, they're all going downhill obviously. Even in the distance there. They're am I going over or under? What is going to be easier? Probably under. Chose a good route. So I'm going to try and I'd like to get onto the side of the cliff faces here. Without crossing, without having to cross Cleland Golf Club, not Cleland, Dale Golf Club, because that was a bit tricky, trying to get up to the actual cliff face path. I'm quite happy not to try and climb that today. So when you look over this way, this is where the apple tree is. So I'm really just back on the top section again. But I'll switch the camera off, I'll have a walk along and we'll see what we can see. Before I just head back, I'll go pick up my girlfriend from work and then go get the little one. Just a quick walk around today. The snow and the rain over the last few nights, the ice and these areas. I think it's think it would be beneficial to have more people out with me on a day like this, but we could see a wee bit more. So just as I was passing there, we do have another one. So there's another rock coming out at a right angle, and we've got this. This is a deep depression. There's another wall at the back running down there. So again, it's another question of what this was. I don't ever remember seeing this on any of the maps. It is now completely overgrown and swamped with rhododendron. I don't remember seeing it on maps and stuff, so I'll have another wee look later on. There's always something you can potentially miss. It's a very strategic place, Cleland House. It's built on the top of a hill. And if you think about it, you've got Wishy High Road or Cleland Brae that runs kind of steep uphill. On the other side you've got BOC, which is a steep twisty road going down the hill. So it's a strategic position for a town to be built on, especially going back a few hundred years when battle defence was of high importance. I'm going to turn off just now and I'm going to walk along here for a wee look. Just to give you another idea of the height of these things. I mean, I've got a sheer drop down that. When I turn round and I've still got all that goes to the top. I mean, the ground's quite stable here where I am. So I'm just going to head up to there. But it's really a spectacular place. And to me there's an atmosphere here. I don't know if anybody else picks up on, I don't know, just a certain feel about an area. But this one, you know, it gives me the fear. I don't know what it is. I don't know the best way to describe it. I'm going to go up there. Well, that was a bit of a mammoth climb, but it was all good. A lot of rocks, a lot of trees to hold on to. Just a minute climb. You can see the path that runs along there, just down the bottom. Path to nowhere. I'm now where I didn't want to be, which is where the golf club is. Because I know that this is a steep bad boy, this. It'd be nice to be able to approach it and see the side of the cliffs without having to go all the way over, all the way around and all the way down. But if I can't get there today on my own, then so be it. I do have a few photos of it, so I'll put the photos of the cliffs beside these videos. I generally don't recommend people come out and do this sort of thing in this area on their own without taking some precautions. It can be pretty serious, pretty fatal. You just have to look at one wrong footing, and that's what you've got to contend with, you know. One accidental slip. And you're toast, as they say. So there's the path I want to be on down there. And you can just about see the cliff face. So there's the cliffs that I want to get onto. just to see the sheer size of them. It would be nice, but I'm not prepared to go that way. They've blocked that off at the back there with a little fence because it is a dangerous and steep drop. But I mean, it's these wee beauties. This is the thing that I like. Get this. So back in the day, who was using these? And I'm going absolutely covered in thick layers of moss. It's a lovely stairways. So this must have been a well-used walkway back in the day. And even looking at that, that's going to be my way down that. So I'm going to switch the camera off. I'm going to go down this little bit of cliff. I'm just looking at these. Then we've got another stairway. I mean, look at the size of them. Probably not the best type of doing this just after a big storm. Completely covered in ivy. You see. As I come along. I'm looking at this. This looks like it's been burned. This looks like probably not best to hit the rocks while it's so slippy. So I'm just going to hug the rock face here, because again, there's my drop on the right hand side. Whole load of rocks down there. This obviously wouldn't be the first time over the years that there's been a landslip here. Now we're into this. I'll try and get a wee near it. You'll see it, just the sheer size of it. It's a huge cliff. This is where on the map it says Wallace's Cave was. Whether it's up there, down here, whether it's down by the river now. I mean, you're going back 800 years, so good chance that it's no longer visible and there's no trace of it. We'll have a walk down, see if there's anything on the cliff face. Okay, so last time I think I climbed up the opposite side, so I'm looking at things like this in front of me. So apparently there's a tunnel that led from DL Golf Club out to, oh, look at that. Yep. Careful with the old footing. Huge slab above me. You see this spray here where it's draining off. Nice little natural shower. Get cleaned up there, out to the malt for a few beers. Do the old soul sweet. Jitterbugging on. Wee bit of jitterbugging to shotgun. Oh Christ. Right, I'm going to try and get across back up here, so I'm going to... In fact, I'll leave the camera running it'll be good watching if I fall. Well, not for me, but it'll be good for you. Some may laugh. I don't think there's been any of these rocks fell in the last few years anyway, because if they did, a lot of these trees would be wiped out with it. And they just don't happen to be playing a game of Wipeout recently. Some of them are still here. Some of them have been cut by hand. Somebody who's quite terrible with an axe. It's coming along down here, so I'm going to stop here just for a wee minute or two. I didn't even bring the flask is at the car. Can't even have a brew, so I'm just going to stop and have a wee look at this. It's that wee bit of water that's doing my nutting. I had to go back there and get my stick. I'd left it behind where I stopped to do that film. That is just a stick of hazel. Nothing greatly important about it. But it's great for just general balance on these. Use it for getting up, getting down, bit of support. I use them for my tarp. So if it starts heavy rain, I can set up the tarp and I can use this as a tent peg as such. Various reasons. So I always like to carry one on me. I've had this one for, I think I picked it up for about a year. It sat around the house for a year while it seasoned, much to the annoyance of the other householders. 4 hazel sticks just floating around in a cupboard. Not doing anything. But aye, they're getting their time served now. Now I'm going to go back up to the garden. I'm going to have a wee further inspection at the trees in the gardens. There's maybe go up this wee slope here. This'll probably be easier. These trees are huge big bad boys. Right, I'm going to switch you off. Pathway that leads to the golf club, and directly behind it is those cliffs. So I generally wouldn't be surprised if there is a tunnel or traces of that led out to that cliff face, and maybe even those stairs that we were there were part of the pathways and exit, an emergency or whatever. I know Joseph Jackson posted a thing up recently that I'll ask if I can post alongside this video, with a lot of information regarding Cleland House. Such a wealth of knowledge out there, and we only learn about it if we talk about it and learn. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the gardens. So the apple trees are just behind me. I'm now walking up, and this is the front of the other cottage. You can see looks like it might have been extended later in the years, just with this new stonework that's here. You can see where it's been inbuilt into the old stuff. You can still see the windowsill. Look at that. Nice wee red windowsill. mantle. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right, I'm going to go down to this garden for a wee 10 minutes just to have another wee quick scope. And then I'll go pick up the wife from, I was going to say the wife from jail. She's not in jail, she's at work. Maybe that sometimes feels like a jail. Right. This is really one of those mystical places. You just have to get a feel for it and look around. You can sense the history and the importance of this area and what it would have once been. And again, it's completely left to ruin. And also, it's not our generation or anything. It just throughout the years, these sites and areas would have cost a fortune to keep running and keep the estate going. I know Wisher House was costing Lord Belhaven just to maintain the gardens £500 a year, just for the gardens itself, let alone the wages for staff and things like that. So it cost a lot of money back in the day, and they would have been forced into selling to personal circumstance and how times are changing. I think a lot of the area here still holds a lot of that importance. Just looking around, you do see the sites of the old mill and stuff like that, and just try to keep that little bit of history alive. And everybody talks about how we're never taught about it at school. I was taught about world wars and, for me, potato famine and things like that, and that they're important historical events and things like that, but I don't think anything's more relevant than the local history. Teaching the local history to people gives them that sense of pride and a little bit of respect in the area if they know about it and if they know about the history. And I've got a good belief that if we start taking young kids out in the early education, primary schools, take them out, start teaching them at an early level, then they grow up with that respect. If they know what the area is all about, they know the importance of sites, and in my head there's less chance of them getting to ruin it. But that's it's not for me to decide what the schools do. It's up to the council and the schools. But it's a great area, this. I'd need to come back in the summer when it's a bit more fully grown and things like that, because you go back to these sites and they're always different in every season. I'll go back to Watersaw and I'll go back to Wisher House in the next few weeks to catch as much as I can in the winter time, and then again in springtime we'll see the flowers, the wild foods appearing, and we'll see various other things. I mean, even just sitting here looking around, just taking in, I'll just get the camera and you just take in how some of these trees down here, just in this section right in front of me, you get this white patch just here. Right, this section here completely covered in moss and lichen, and you go down and that's just the spray coming up off the water, and it really feeds the trees and the lichen on those areas. You get all the splash from the waterfalls and the trees coming down. I mean, some of the areas some of the things I've seen today are quite impressive. I've never seen things like that in this area, especially just after a heavy rainfall and that. Sure, you've got some new things to look at. But it's been enjoyable. It's just a wee walk, a quick recce of the site and things like that, you know. Sunday morning. And this is how I pass my time these days. Wander around this forest and Calder and Wisher, out to DL, various other places. I don't think there's anything better than that, to be honest. It's a great way of just enjoying the area and enjoying your day. A couple of hours in the morning, make a wee couple of short videos and things. I like it. takes a while sometimes. It upsets a few people as well. There's been a few people who message, and I don't know why it upsets them. Like, I think receiving angry messages because you've filmed a tree, for example. Threatening you, but I don't know. I've had it once or twice. I've definitely had it twice actually. But it's just whether you push it to the back and you forget about it. But yeah, I'm going to go pick up the other two. But I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully again it brings back a few memories for people, jogs a few brains. Hopefully it gets people see it and they remember something, and then I come back down. I can go find it or look for it or source it out. But I'm going to head back up to the car anyway, right? See you later on.